Let me ask you something. Right now, at this very moment, while you're watching this video, a developer in India is writing code that will run on your phone. A farmer in Kenya is using a satellite app to save her harvest. A teenager in Brazil is uploading a song that millions of people in Europe will hear about tomorrow morning. We are living in the most interconnected era in human history, and yet many of us still think of the world as something that happens somewhere else. My name is Jaciel, and today I want to talk about what it truly means to go global, not just as a business strategy, but as a way of living. Going global is not about having a passport full of stamps or speaking five languages fluently. At its core, going global means developing three things: the right mindset, the right skills, and the right relationships. It means being curious enough to learn from people who are nothing like you. It means being adaptable enough to communicate across cultures without losing who you are, and it means being connected, genuinely connected to a community that extends far beyond your city and your country. As business, Professor Angel Cabrera puts it, being global means having the ability to operate in multiple areas simultaneously, to think and act with an awareness of how decisions made on the other side of the planet can shape your daily reality. Now, I want to be honest with you. Waiting to be global and actually becoming global are two very different things, and there are real concerns along the way. The first is the language barrier. Communication is not just about words; it is about tone, context, humor, and respect. A phrase that sounds polite in English can be offensive in Japanese. A gesture that means okay in Mexico means something different in Brazil. The second concern is cultural adaptation. Learning how to navigate customs, religious practices, and social norms that may feel completely foreign at first. This takes patience and genuine humility. And then there is information overload. In a world where anyone can publish anything, developing the critical thinking skills to separate credible information from misleading content is not optional, it is survival. But here is what I've learned: these obstacles are not walls, they are doors, and every one of them has a key. Now, how to connect? So, what can you actually do to be in touch with the global community? Let me give you five concrete actions you can start this week. One, build a global digital presence. Use LinkedIn, join international forums, follow professionals from other countries. Two, read international news every day, not just headlines. Read articles from BBC, Al Jazeera, DW, sources that challenge your local perspective. Number three, invest in language learning. Even 15 minutes a day or on Duolingo or a language app puts you ahead of most people. Four, look for global opportunities in your own city. Multicultural events, international volunteering, exchange programs at your university, they are closer than you think. And number five, the most underrated one: watch films, listen to podcasts, and consume media from other cultures. Understanding how another country tells its stories is one of the fastest ways to understand it. So, being global is not just a skill set, it is a value system. The core values of a global person are respect, genuine respect from identities and traditions different from your own, empathy, the willingness to feel that someone else's experience is like, even when it is radically different from yours, curiosity, never being satisfied with a single narrative, adaptability, adjusting without losing your core, and fairness, understanding that your privilege and your disadvantage is connected to a much larger global system. And on the other side, there are ideologies that actively work against global thinking: ethnocentrism, xenophobia, the fear of foreign, extreme nationalism, and perhaps the quietest but most dangerous, apathy, the simple decision to not to care. And in an interconnected world, indifference is not neutral. It is a choice to be left behind and to leave others behind with you. Pros of going global. Let's talk about what you gain when you embrace a global mindset. In business, the advantage are undeniable. Professionals with cross-cultural competence are among the most sought after in the global job market. Companies with diverse, internationally aware teams consistently outperform their more culturally narrow competitions. If you want to lead, innovate, or negotiate on a global scale, it's not optional, it's your competitive edge. But the benefits go far beyond a resume. In your daily life, being global means richer relationships, the kind of friendship that opens your mind and change how you see yourself. It means making more conscious choices as a customer, understanding where your clothes are made, where your food comes from, and what your spending supports. Consider this: nearly 5 billion people are online today. There are 195 countries in the world, 195 communities with knowledge, creativity, and perspectives you have never encountered. 7,000 languages spoken, 7,000 ways of seeing the world. That is not a problem, that is an extraordinary resource if you're willing to access it. Cons and how to face them. Now, going global is not without its cost, and pretending otherwise will be dishonest. Becoming global person demands time, energy, and emotional investment. You will experience discomfort, you will make cultural mistakes, you may struggle with a sense of identity as you absorb so many different worldviews, and yes, the sheer amount of global information available can feel paralyzing. But I will argue that these are growing pains, not deal breakers. The discomfort you feel when you sit in at a different perspective is the exact moment your worldview is expanding. That is not a warning sign, that is progress in the action plan. So let me leave you six specific actions, not someday, today. Start learning language. 20 minutes a day is enough to begin. Follow at least three international news sources. Connect with one person from another country or LinkedIn this week. Attend a cultural event in your city. And most importantly, the next time you encounter an idea that challenges your assumptions, do not dismiss it. Sit with it, ask why it makes you uncomfortable. These are not grand gestures, they are daily habits. And daily habits are what transforms ordinary people into truly global citizens. Going global is not about abandoning where you come from, it is about expanding who you are. The world's most pressing problems, climate change, inequality, public health, cannot be solved by one country, one culture, or one mindset. They require they require all of us working together, understanding each other, and caring enough to try. So the question is not whether the world needs global thinkers. The question is, will you be one of them?